this is a Facebook DM that came in at 4 o'clock in the morning. I have no idea where this seller came from or how she found me. We're about to find out.
Hello, this is Adam.
Hey, Adam, this is RJ Bates. How are you?
Good. How are you, RJ?
Good. Hey, I was calling about your property there on Estes. I just got the message from Naomi. She said you guys are about to be at the property.
Yeah, in a little bit we will be.
Awesome. So I have to ask you just because I got Naomi's message this morning. How'd you guys come across me?
She's just been on Facebook and stuff like that, and she just sees, all those people that goes and flips houses and all that type of stuff. So she thought she'd reach out.
That's awesome. Well,
So,
I guess there's a point in all of those thousands of videos that I've posted, huh?
exactly.
I love it. So, talk to me a little bit about what you guys got going on here. I think I kind of understand. You owe roughly, is it 70,000, but you're behind 20,000, so the payoff is kind of like 90,000. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I did a payoff quote. I believe it was 97.
97. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Are you in pre-foreclosure right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll be straightforward with you on it. Is they haven't been able to close it because on my grant deed, they have it wrong.
Okay.
So instead of, I think I believe it says or no, it says or instead of.
Okay. Never. You hear something new every day. All right.
Right?
So 97,000 is what's owed. What do you guys want? What's like the blue sky scenario, the perfect situation here?
I mean, I would love to walk away with, at least 10, 20 grand.
Okay.
But, I would love way more. Because this house, have you seen the market around here right now?
I'm
Have
looking
you
at it
did
right
any
now on my
research?
computer.
So, if this one would need, throw in, like, I would say 10, maybe 10,000 in flipping. But if you threw more into it, you could be selling this house for probably up to $400,000 just because of the size of it.
Right, because it's right around 2,300 square feet, right?
Yes,
Okay.
with garage, backyard.
Okay. And what was happening with the property? Was it a rental property? Were you guys living there?
So yeah, I was living there, and then I moved out. I had it renting out to a cousin, then he left, and another guy came in and was supposed to be buying it and paying just the mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
and he completely quit doing it. And I've just been so busy, I haven't even been able to. I just said, you know what, let it go.
Gotcha. Was that guy the tenant, or was he trying to purchase the property sub to?
Yeah, he was trying to purchase it through, as renting and stuff like that, but he
Gotcha.
just left. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's figure this out because I believe what I can do is the ideal situation would be that we purchase it cash
Mhm.
and get you guys a little bit of money in your pocket.
Okay.
Um, that being said, I have no personal desire myself to purchase this property just based off the location, it being in California. I'm in
Yeah,
I'm in Fort Worth,
I
Texas.
know.
So
Yes.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to wholesale the property. So what that means is you and I come to an agreed price, and then I'm going to essentially assign my rights to the contract to an end buyer, a flipper, landlord, whoever it ends up being. We've done this literally at this point thousands of times. So And I understand the severity of your situation with it being pre-foreclosure. You can't have your time wasted and all of that. That's why I'm just being as transparent as possible about what would be taking place if you guys decide to do business with us.
Okay.
So
There
what
is
I have
tenants
to
in it
do,
right now.
say that again.
So he would he take it with tenants in it, or do I need to get them out?
Are they non-paying tenants?
Non-paying. Yeah, they have
It would be fantastic if they would go away. Are they willing to go away?
I don't know. That's my main thing. So
You're about to
I
find
didn't
out when
know
you
they
get
were.
there.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Um, we can give them time, obviously, to move out. But I can almost guarantee that,
He wants it
yes,
to flip.
almost every buyer that comes along is going to want this vacant at closing because, especially with it being in California, just being transparent. I mean, that,
Yeah, I know how California is.
yeah, it's very difficult.
'Cause, yeah,
So,
I had to do the eviction on my cousin.
yeah,
So.
exactly. So if we could get them out, we could give them time, like, up until a couple of days before closing, so it's not like a get out right now. They could have a couple of weeks, but there's not a foreclosure date yet, is there?
No.
Okay.
Last time I talked to him, there is no date. They can't even foreclose on it because the grant deed, they're not able to even go after it because it's wrong.
Gotcha. And
so I can go fix it myself
r-
and sell it before they even put a date on.
gotcha. So we would get all of that figured out through the title company that we're going to use to close. So here's what I need. I would need an assigned purchase agreement. Is it owned by both you and Naomi?
No, just me.
Just you. So I would need a signed purchase agreement. So you and I would need to come to an agreement on a price. And then at that point in time, I have what's called equitable interest in the property, meaning that I have interest in buying the property. That allows me to then market my interest in the property to the buyers. So essentially, I could go and say, hey, I have this property under contract for X. I want to sell it, my rights to you for Y. And then he says, okay, I'll take it. I assign my rights to him. And then we close at the title company. You get your money. I get the spread between whatever price I set with him and with you. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Just looking at the numbers, I would, like I said, I would like to make this cash. There is a possibility he does come back and say, can he pay the 20 something thousand in arrears to catch up the mortgage and then purchase the property subject to the existing mortgage? There's always that possibility. If that happens, are you open to that as well?
In the rears?
He catches up what's behind. So
If he does, yeah.
yeah, and then he would
Yeah,
make the payments, and then the loan would get paid off when he sells it, aka flips it.
Oh yeah. So he's gonna oh my gosh, why can't I think of it? Whatever the mortgage.
Not assume the mortgage. There's a difference between a
Okay,
loan
he's not gonna
assumption
assume it.
and sub two. So
Okay.
the difference there, sub two would be that the loan would stay in your name, but the deed to the property would go in his name, and
Okay.
the loan would get paid off when he flips it. So
Okay.
there's a possibility that he would want to do that. I'm not going to offer that to him up front. And he's just one option. I'm just saying him because he's the most recent
just
person I did a
yeah.
deal with. And also he's awesome. He really helped out the seller in Redding, California, tons of issues with that property. He got it done in about 60 days. So,
Oh wow.
so that's what I'm looking at here, especially just kind of looking at there's some pictures on Zillow of your property, and so I'm kind of looking at that. I don't think he would do an overwhelming amount of work to this. Like you said, 10,000. I think he would probably do a little bit more, just knowing him.
Yeah.
But even if he doesn't want to be the person that purchases it, I have several softwares that I use that give me access to thousands of buyers all across the United States, especially in that area. So we can definitely get this done and get you guys taken care of. So what I'm thinking is, if you owe 97, why don't I send you a purchase agreement for 110,000? We present that to my buyers and see if I can get it moved. I would probably want to move that somewhere in the range of 120,000 so I can make like 10,000 and try to get this done as quickly as possible for you guys. Does that work?
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Let me do this real quick. What is a good email address for you? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write up that contract. I'm going to send it over to you. And once you get it, just one signature, get that signed. We'll go ahead and open up title. They'll want to get some information from you. They'll want to get the information for the mortgage company so they can get that official payoff from the mortgage company. They can't take it from you for obvious reasons. They have to get it from the mortgage company. Normally, it will take somewhere in the range of like 3 to 4 weeks for us to get things closed. We'll try to make it faster. As far as when you guys get to the property, it would be fantastic if we could get pictures of basically all of the exterior of the property, and then inside of each room, just showing me basically you be my eyeballs, right? This is what it looks like. And if there's anything wrong with the property, like a hole in the wall, or there's a light fixture falling down, or a cracked window, or anything like that.
I believe that there's 2 windows broke too.
Yeah.
So I will definitely take a picture.
Yeah, just show that, because the one thing that we don't want to happen is we don't show the buyer something. The more that we can show the buyer, the quicker they're going to be able to just move on the deal, right? Yep. We really kind of want to avoid them saying, I need to go see the property. That's really what we want to avoid. So the more we can show them via video and pictures, the better. But if you guys can get that, what I could do is also send you a Google Drive link. And on the Google Drive link, you could just drop those photos and videos in there.
Perfect.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right, Adam. I'm going to write that up.
Thank you, Arthur.
Yep. You should expect that contract probably here in about 15, 20 minutes. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. And that is why we post what we do on social media. This is crazy. So I woke up this morning to 4:16 a.m. and I got all this information. I sent a handful of messages back, got her husband or her boyfriend's contact information. That's the only conversation we've had. Full transparency. Didn't have to talk to my imaginary friend. Didn't have to make anything up. Just told him exactly what's going to happen. Stay tuned. We'll tell you how much money we made.